Welcome back. We are exploring the mysterious stone ship age, which we can now pretty definitively say has been abandoned. Or maybe its people died. In any case, there's nobody here anymore. And you gotta wonder what happened. Also interesting is the lack of any gold, which according to Atris was very prominent in this age, but has now apparently completely disappeared. It's too bad. Half of the places that seem to be interesting are actually full of water. The only place we haven't been yet is to this place, which is the crow's nest of the ship, mysteriously placed to the side of it, with an umbrella above it. I guess the umbrella is to protect whatever is in here. These 3 buttons. I wonder what they do. Let's try the button on the left. Makes a sound that sort of resembles a pumping sound. So maybe that has something to do with one of the flooded areas. Let's take a look. Cabin was flooded. Oh, and now it isn't anymore. Very good. Wow, it's dark in here. Looks like we're underwater. There's not enough light from the outside to really be able to see what's going on here. I would guess, by the way, that this place itself does not flood. The door here probably holds the water just in the passageway, because otherwise all these wooden things like the staircase would really be damaged by all the water. I have no idea where I'm going. Can't see much except for these windows that look out underwater. It's kinda neat looking and stuff, but if we want to do more here, I guess we're gonna need some more light. Door automatically closes again. Probably make sure that when we pump the water back in, it doesn't flood the chamber below it, as I indicated. I guess this is once again part of just a locking mechanism or something, as Atris is very fond of having these kinds of contraptions. Let's see. Middle button. This is flooded again. Now this is not flooded. Actually, we didn't really verify that that this was still flooded with the left button. Kind of forgot that, but let me assure you it was. It's even darker in here, though. I'm not going in here. Could get eaten by a grue. It's too dark for me. I'm gonna check the lighthouse to see if that's still flooded. It is. Too bad. But we have 1 button left. Let's try that out. Let's see. This is flooded still. This is flooded once again. These pumps work pretty quickly, don't they? But the lighthouse... Ah, that's empty now. I wonder if all of this used to be above ground, in which case the lighthouse has really sunk a considerable distance. But I'm not sure. In any case, there is a staircase leading down here. I wonder what we could find. A chest filled with treasures? One could only hope. Ah, damn it, it's locked. And again, of course, that key upstairs, there's no way we can get that down here. I guess the chest is too heavy to carry. Too bad we're not a Sierra character. They would have had no trouble just fitting that chest into their pockets. But there is a spigot on the side here. Let's see what happens. Ah. Chest was filled with water. No wonder it sank. I wonder... The chest was staying on the bottom because it was filled with water. Then if we close it, it should now be filled with air and stay filled with air when we reflood the water in here. And therefore it should float. Because water is lighter, wood is lighter than water, hence it flows. And unless this chest is extremely leaky, which it doesn't look like, it probably won't be able to fill fast enough, even if it does have some leaks, to stay at the bottom. So hopefully after we do that, we can maneuver it close enough to that key. Hopefully it'll fit the lock. So let's see, let's just try any of the other buttons. I'm gonna do this one. Just to check if with the cabin of the ship emptied. Yes, this is flooded as I expected. I wonder actually, this room down here, who that belongs to. It could be the study that Aether's referred to. Certainly seems like this kind of place sort of resembles some of the stuff we saw on Myst in terms of design, particularly the library. But who knows? Let's see. Yes, the chest floated to the surface, and conveniently it is both upright, not stuck underneath the stairs, and right next to the key. How lucky we are. Let's see. We unlock it, and it contains another key, which we can take, much like the red and blue pages. And I suppose we can use it to unlock stuff. Now, as you may know, the Miller brothers really didn't like inventory-based puzzles, so you can't really take anything with you in this game except for the pages. So if we try to go outside, the key disappears. Now you might think that, like the pages warping back to their original location if you pick up the other page, it has returned to the chest, but it has not. Have we made the game unwinnable by making the key disappear? Of course not. This is not a King's Quest game. No, it seems that the stranger is actually just really, really clumsy, and when attempting to step out the door here, he dropped the key, meaning it is now somewhere at the bottom of this lighthouse. That, of course, means we need to get back downstairs. No, wait, it's actually that one. There it is. Good thing it didn't fall down the drain hole. That would have been really unlucky. Wow, the chest has managed to land in exactly the same place as before. Can we use this key to unlock the chest? No, I guess it doesn't fit. Let's hope it fits the padlock then. I hope these lights turn off when the place is flooded, otherwise we could get electrocuted by touching the water here. Let's see. Does it work on the padlock? It does! And where did the padlock go? It's gone! Or is it? Let's check downstairs again. It's not gone! It's here. You can actually pick up the key again, but then you can't use it for anything anymore. So the only way to get... the only thing you can do with it is keep it in your hand until you automatically drop it again when leaving the lighthouse. And let's head back upstairs. Actually, you can already see the padlock and the key from here. Shows you that they really did pay attention to detail when making this game. But then, of course, we already knew that. Let's see what's to be found on the upper level of the lighthouse. Not much. I guess this is where Atris slept the first night after they completed the lighthouse. Because he said he was pleasantly surprised by waking up not being covered by ocean dew, which would happen if you slept inside. I guess he brought the glass from another age. At least in this case we know he had help building this stuff from the inhabitants of this particular age. And what's this? Looks like a battery of some kind. With a gauge on it. Maybe that indicates the electricity level. That would make this the generator, I guess. Looks like it's hand cranked. I hope that they originally had a better way of doing that, otherwise keeping the lighthouse going would be really annoying. Let's see what's happening to the battery. Ooh, the gauge is rising. It's actually nearly to the top. Let's crank it some more. See if we can fill up that battery. That should be enough. I think that gives us about 10 minutes of power. The interesting thing here is that if the generator is here, that means that these power cables are not, in fact, providing power to the lighthouse. It means that the generator in the lighthouse is providing power to other things in this age. Another question is, how did the lamps in the lighthouse work if there wasn't any power? Maybe there's a backup battery, or maybe they just look like light bulbs, but actually do have fire marbles in them. I don't know. Could be. Let's see. Oh, you can already see from here, there's actually light in this tunnel now. Maybe that means there's also light down here now. Let's try that, see if we can go underwater and actually see something there. This looks just as dark as it did before. That's sort of annoying. I guess we'd better go in here then, which means we need to switch the pump again. Actually, isn't that generator supposed to power the light on the lighthouse? Can't see it from here. But maybe we can find a better vantage point. Like up here. Let's look through the spyglass again. And look at the lighthouse. Yes. Now you can see that the light from the lighthouse is blinking on and off at exactly 135 degrees. Let's see if we can get down these passages now that we turned the lights on there. But we'll have to do that in the next video.